here's what I want to show us now before we go further. Let's turn our Bibles to Job 22. Job 22. Let me read from verse 1 to 3. Job 22, 1 to 3. No, it should be Job 28. Sorry about that. Job 28, 1 to 3. Thank you. So there's a mine for silver and a place where gold is refined. Iron is taken from the earth and copper is melted from ore. Mortals put an end to the darkness. They search out the farthest recesses, for all is the blackest darkness. So everything have their place, and nothing just jump on the laps of men. To gain access to this divine wisdom that exalts a man and turns his ministry, his business, his family into distinction, we must seek the place of divine wisdom. Are you aware that there were years ago when nobody knew anything called electricity? Men were living in caves. If you mention electric, you will spend the next decade to explain the meaning or describe it to your neighbor. So because there was no understanding, they were in darkness. So whatever you don't know is your darkness. Whatever you don't know is your darkness. So before you can now know that thing, you must go to the place to learn it. That's why many of us don't want to humble ourselves to the place. So there's a place for wisdom. There's a place for wisdom. There's a mine for silver and a place where gold is refined. The same way wisdom has a place. So there's a place for wisdom. So how did mortals put an end to darkness? Through the discovery of electricity. It was the man who discovered electricity that put an end to darkness. So when you discover wisdom, you will be the one God will use to put an end to darkness. Wisdom makes you the force that ends darkness in a region, in a family, in a community. Almost anything discovered electricity, and it was the man that put an end to darkness. But to gain wisdom, you must go to the place where wisdom dwells. So in the same way, to put an end to darkness, the secret is in discovering the place of wisdom. The place of wisdom. Praise Jehovah. The place of wisdom. Let's look at Job 28. Job 28. From verse 12. Are you there? Help me read the first 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 6 statements. Verse 12. Verse 12. So see, so there's a place. So where can wisdom be found? So if you want to be a doctor, you must go to where? Medical. So it's a place you can find it. Whatever you want to become, you must go where it can be found. That's the issue with us. We don't want to become something overnight without going to where we can become it. Even though wisdom is a principal thing, there's a place it can be found. So where can wisdom be found? Where does understanding dwell? It says, no mortal comprehends its worth. It cannot be found in the land of the living. The deep says, it is not in me. The sea says, it is not with me. That means all the realm of human operation, air, sea, land, ocean, wisdom is not there. That's the problem. Wisdom cannot be found in the land of the living. It cannot be bought with the finest gold. No problem. Wisdom is not found in the human realm, nor purchasable. So wisdom is not an instrument of purchase. It says it cannot be bought with the finest gold. Nor can it be priced, nor can the price be weighed out in silver. It cannot be bought. You see, wisdom cannot be bought with the gold of Ophir, nor with the precious onyx or the lapis lazuli. Neither gold nor crystal can compare with it, nor can it be had for jewels of gold. Korah and Jasper are not worthy of mention. The price of wisdom is beyond rubies. You see where there's a problem? See, the price of wisdom is beyond rubies. The topaz of Cush cannot compare with it. It cannot be bought with pure gold. The things we trade in our human world cannot be placed side by side with wisdom. Either you're a forex trader, crypto trader, the time you spend in this carnal, natural thing, all for the sake of getting gold or silver or money. It says wisdom is superior to all things. The topaz of Cush cannot compare with it. It cannot be bought with pure gold. Where then does wisdom come from? Where does understanding dwells? That's the problem. It is hidden from the eyes of every living thing, concealed even from the birds in the sky. Destruction and death says, only a rumor of it has reached our ears. This superior wisdom. Destruction and death says, we have heard the exploit of wisdom. We don't go near it. Elohim understands the way of it, and he alone knows where it dwells. That means the dwelling place of wisdom, only the Creator knows it. Only the Creator knows the paths to wisdom. This one is superior to education. They will spend time, you pay your children to school, pay kindergarten, pay for crèche, pay for primary, secondary, but have you paid for wisdom for them? That's the problem. We think they have education. Why are we protesting today? Why are we protesting? No wisdom. Leaders with no wisdom. Government with no wisdom. It is not raw material or resources, it's wisdom. You can have all the raw material, crude oil, gold, diamond. Liberia has the best, one of the best diamonds in the world. Liberia went through 14 years of civil war. When I went to Liberia, everything was down. All the youth, almost all the youth in Liberia are all smoking their girls. They sell cheap sex, 12 years, 11 years old, is pregnant. Liberia have been disrupted. In Liberia, they use two currencies. They use their own Liberian, they use US dollar. They have Liberian dollar and US dollars. Can you imagine how lack of wisdom? A nation has two currency, Liberian dollar and US dollars. So John Weir, the former footballer, came to become a president. He thought if I just become, wisdom is the principal thing. So it is not resources you need or I need, it is wisdom I need. But the issue is this wisdom has a place that only the Creator knows where it dwells. Therefore, he views the end of the earth and sees everything under the heaven. When he established the force of the wind and measured out the waters, when he made a decree for the rain and a path for the thunderstorm, then he looked at wisdom and praised it. He confirmed it and tested it. And he said to the human race, the fear, say the fear, say the fear of Jehovah, that is wisdom. And to shun evil is understanding. Praise Jehovah. Can you see this now? So if wisdom is the fear, then what is the fear? Hallelujah. Before a man can come into this wisdom, answer to what? Is it on the screen? The demands of wisdom. Say it will be the demands of wisdom. Ask those who go to school. When they pile assignment and give you assignments, you run from class. Those days when you say our children go to school, you get a lunch pack, they just go to work, they watch cartoon, they will play, they will just enjoy themselves and come back. Then when they enter primary or nursery, things start changing. Before it's just A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Then as you climb up, you start putting that A, B, C, D, you start. The demands, the more people run from the class. You say you want wisdom, but can you pay the demand of wisdom? You say you want to be a graduate of medicine. Can you pay the demands of being a medical doctor? I want to be a lawyer. Can you pay the demands of being a lawyer? I want to be an engineer. Can you pay the demands of being an engineer? Every realm has its demand. Even wisdom has its demand. So we must pay the three demands of wisdom if we will emerge with a ministry, family, or a business of distinction. The first demand of wisdom is this: what I must learn. So I must ask myself the first question: what must I learn? Number two, what must I do? Number three, what must I become? The three demands of wisdom. There are three demands a man must meet who desires to gain access to the realms of divine wisdom. Such a man must he must be constantly calling to Jehovah to show him these three things. Oh Lord Jehovah, show me what I must learn. Show me what I must do, and show me what I must become. You see where it ties to Apostles' message on purpose. The man is asking, Lord, what must I learn? What must I do? Thirdly, what must I become? Say become. The first key to wisdom is what must I want to show you what you must learn. This one is not secondary. It's primary learning. We've lost this primary learning. That's why our nation or the world is where it is today. We must restore the primary learning that leads to wisdom. Let's see Psalm 19, 7 to 11. Psalm 19. Is this power? The AC is not on, so we didn't I don't get more air here. Slow, okay. What must I learn? Psalms 19, 7 to 11. Help me read Psalms 19, 7 to 11.
The testimony of your word, make it wise.
Thank you, sir. So the first thing we see here, the Torah or the law of Elohim is the force of illumination. The testimony of all great patriarchs of old was that the law of God prospered them by making them wise. The law of Jehovah is what? Perfect. The law of Jehovah is what? Perfect. If the law of Jehovah is perfect, then it should be the primary learning. Are you hearing me? If the law of God is perfect, so it should be the first thing I learn because it's perfect. So the law of God is perfect. Then why are we not learning the law of God if it's perfect? Why? Because people have told us that his law is not perfect. It's done away with. That God's law has changed. It's the Old Testament. That we're now in the New Testament. The law of Jehovah is perfect. It converts the soul. The testimony of Jehovah is sure. Doing what? Making wise the what? The simple. That means that if we begin to operate by the wisdom of Torah, says this law, testimony can make wise the simple. The commandment of Jehovah is pure, enlightening the eyes. That means the law of Jehovah is the way to wisdom. Let's say Joshua 1:8. Joshua 1:8 and Psalm 1, 2 to 3. Joshua 1:8.
This book of the law shall not depart, but that
Thank you. Psalm 1, 2, 3.
what he grants he shall be like his need also
Second Timothy 3:15. 2 Timothy 3:15.
and that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are
Wise.
through faith.
What must I learn? The holy, the holy, the holy. Simple. How from infancy thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise. So the patriarchs we celebrate today in the Old Testament prospered because their primary learning was the law of God. The law of God was the first thing to learn. Thy word is a lamp to my feet and a light to where? Primary learning is his Torah. To meet the demand of wisdom, a man must first ask the question, what must I learn for this access? And to get this access, you must learn Torah. Say Torah. Say Torah. Praise Jehovah. Thank you. Why? Source. Source. That's why every patriarch had an altar. Source. And the reverence of that altar, the reverence of Jehovah, the reverence, what you reverence becomes your source. Jehovah cannot become your Jireh, your healer, your deliverer, your rescue, if there's no first reverence to source. Please hear me. That's why this is so powerful. What you reverence becomes your source. What you reverence becomes your source. If I call you and send you on an errand, say, go and buy me sweet. You say, I'm not going. Okay, go and clean my car. I'm not doing it. Go and help me now. I'm not doing it. I can't be your source. Because if you come asking me for something, I'll slap your face. But if I send you, you go. If I call you and you come, if you are there for me, I'll be your source. We are source to people who reverence us. A child without reverence to God, God can be his source. What we reverence, becomes what? Our source. Elohim has designed that the gift men will get from reverencing him. You see where we're going. For example, let me just say this, go divert a bit. David was a man of reverence, so he had a thought in his heart to bring the ark to Jerusalem. So the key is this, that the ark is never to be carried on the sophisticated Lamborghini or a Prado or the first branded model jets. Today, if you're to see two of us, we now, you carry the ark in a jet because it will come faster. We want to put God's ark in a jet. David made the same mistake. David is bringing God's ark, and David gets a new cat, brandished it. There was singing and jamboree as they brought the ark. A place called the threshing floor of Aruna. The cat stumbles, and Uzzah just reached out to the ark to sustain the ark from falling, and God killed Uzzah, and that place party stopped. Everybody went home. That day, David gave God a new name, the God who kills. What you reverence becomes your source. Now, let me shock you. See, just think about it. Psalm 23, see, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. People have been quoting it for the past 20 years. They are begging people, oh, please, beg me. I don't have a church card. They've been playing, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not. The man who is quoting Psalm 23, reverence is there. So he can declare Psalm 23 because why? What you reverence becomes your source. Before he can be my shepherd, my wisdom, my faith, my righteousness, my justification, my holiness, my helper, before he can be that source to me, what I reverence becomes my source. He said, I've been young and old. I've not seen the righteous forsaken or his seed beg bread. The young lion may hunger and lack, but those who fear Jehovah will not lack any good thing. So before these scriptures can become a reality, what I reverence becomes my source. Before God can take responsibility for my care, I must have forced extended reverence to gain his attention. Are you responsible for everybody's child? No. You are responsible primarily for your own children. What you reverence becomes your source. So that's why it's important we ask ourselves, what must we do? What must we do? Wisdom does not come by prayer. Let me explain what I mean. If you're here, I know by experience you can say, yes, you've been praying. I know you've been praying. Wisdom does not come by fasting. Wisdom does not come by fasting. I mean divine wisdom. The patriarchal wisdom. The life-changing wisdom. The exalting wisdom. The honoring wisdom. The wow wisdom. What wisdom is the wisdom that amazes nation? There's that wisdom that made this man is deep. That wisdom that commands the nations does not come by prayer fasting. There are people right now who have immersed themselves in all of that. So prayer has its mission. Fasting has its mission. Holiness has its mission. But this wisdom, we are told the only way this wisdom comes is one, and we can't interchange the rule. Wisdom comes by the fear of Jehovah. That's what the Bible says. Anyhow, you can still adjust it, but you're adjusting it. But if you read it biblically, as I've shown us, wisdom comes only by the fear of Jehovah. Wisdom is a reward for fear. When you become God's errand boy, God send you errands. You are God's errand boy. You want to please him. You want to serve him. You want to love him. Then God now looks at you and says, this boy has been so faithful. He's trying, though he's stumbling, but I see him. Come, son. God does not just give you money. God gives wisdom. God's best gift is wisdom. God's best gift is wisdom. Hear me. God's best gift is wisdom. Wisdom is the reward for the fear of God. Wisdom is capital. Wisdom is currency. It's a currency God, Jehovah, gives a man who fears him. Hallelujah. Wisdom is powerful. It's powerful. Let's see Proverbs 9, 10 to 12. Proverbs 9, 10 to 12. Or let's see Proverbs 9. I think 9 first. Oh no, let's hold on there. Let's see Proverbs 8. From verse 12. Now, this place is so powerful. Read it. Proverbs 8 from verse 12 to 19. I, wisdom. The fear is interchanged. Now, he's saying wisdom. When he interchanges the fear of Jehovah to the wisdom. So it says the fear of Jehovah. Thank you. Hold on, sir. He's talking about wisdom. It's like the fear of Jehovah is a pronoun for wisdom. So wherever you see the fear of Jehovah, it is wisdom talking about, or it is wisdom talking. So it says here, he began by saying, I wisdom, I wisdom. So the second name for wisdom is now what is referenced. Go ahead, sir. The fear of Jehovah is to hate evil. Is to please repeat again. Evil. Pride, sensual wisdom, pride, arrogancy. Mm-hmm. Do I hate? I have strength. By
Riches and power. Yes, riches and righteousness. My food is better than food. Yes,
my revenue. We've been reading these things and just pass it by. We just read and pass by. The key that a lot of time. Now, you show her $100 and show her 100 naira. Say, pick one. She will shock you. She will pick what she knows. She will tell you, this one I know him, this one I don't know him. So pick what you know. That's what we do. We pick what we know. Not knowing that inside that $100 is many, many, many 100 naira. But she picked what she knows. Wisdom should be learned and known and sought and followed for a ministry of distinction. Wisdom says, by me, kings do what? Reign. Princes decree justice. That means it is certain that your future, your purpose, your calling will shine forth if you will walk with your gift and wisdom. Purpose discovery without wisdom can still end you a mediocre. I'm telling you, there are many skit makers, so what they say, Sabinus. There's the one and the rest of them. What makes you the one? They are preachers. There's what called top 5, top 10. There's top 10. There's top 5. And there is the one nobody knows, but it's part of the numbering. To be the one, first 3, distinction, the exalting force is that man, wisdom, that man is operating by wisdom. By wisdom. By me, King Ray, the counsel is mine. Wisdom. Let's see some Proverbs 9, 10 to 12. Yeah, correct. Verse 10. Okay, if verse 9 can give you context, no, go ahead.
This instruction to a wise man and he wise. This adjustment the fear of knowledge of God. For by me that shall be of that. If thou
Thank you. He said, the fear of Jehovah is the beginning of wisdom. And knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. And I showed us this knowledge of the Holy One comes from the Torah. It says, for through wisdom, your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you're a mocker, you alone will suffer. Now, here's the key. What we must do is place value on the fear of Jehovah. We must value wisdom and instruction. That's why for me, this season of my life, I'm looking for wise, spirit-filled relationship. There's something about God-fearing people. I don't know if you've met, I've met few of them, sir. In this ministerial work, I've met the talkers. You've met all kinds of people. But when you meet a God-fearing man, and a lot of time, it takes years to become that man. I didn't become that man in 10 days. It takes years to become a God-fearing man. It takes years. It takes walking. It takes brokenness. It takes God patting you and beating you. It takes God breaking you. It takes you surrendering. It takes you yielding before you become a God-fearing man. But when you meet a God-fearing man, when he speaks to you, your life changes. God-fearing man calls men to their purpose. God-fearing men awaken men to their assignment. God-fearing men are the need of the hour. God-fearing men. We have men who are too money-minded. And that's the issue here. See, you can't be a God-fearing man if you're a money-minded person. You're money-minded. You can't be a God-fearing person. Why? God-fearing men or ministers of God who are God-fearing knows that their wisdom will pay them off. Wisdom pays you off. Wisdom will exalt you. If you do what you do with wisdom, you eventually be rewarded. And that's what, when I was serving with this guy called Erastus in Yaniba, he said, it took me to Assembly of God Church. He went to minister there. And I was his boy there. As I got with him, he said, I'm going to show you how to raise money. Man, these guys are good. They'll just come and tell you, they will dip their hands in anointing oil. Says, bring your seed, touch my hand. Touch my hand. And they were touching, people were bringing money, touch my hand, and the motive before coming was not to impact, was to make money. I'm not saying you can't people touch our hands, but these ones, they are not, the motivation is money. Say, learn from you. Thank God God stumbled me off from that part. Say, I'll teach you. And I saw how he manipulated and took money from people. These guys drive first class vehicle, nice suit, nice shoes. They have houses. They use Those days, quality phones and big houses, all those things were acquired through dubious means. They cheated people to make money. Cheating people, lying to people to make money in the ministry. Liars. Making money through lies. Because why? That wayward life, wisdom can bless it. Wisdom can bless a wayward life. Wisdom can bless a wayward man. If what you see in people is how to take their money, wisdom can help you. Because at the long run, when we are down, it is when wisdom comes to us, I say, I will help you. And that what happened to me, sir. When we were doing, I was in Lagos, I'll do broadcasts. I was having those days in Lagos. The money to buy data was not even there. I'm doing broadcasts, and then my data will expire. And people are watching me online, then data expires. Sometimes, now me know, say 1 minute remain. Nobody knows. So before I say amen, sometime, oh, expire. So they're thinking, oh, Apostle, is it network problem? It's a network problem. So I didn't know. Then Apostle called me and says, what happened? I've been watching your broadcast. Why do you keep going off at certain times? He says, is there no network in your area? He says, see, you have to be consistent. If you show up by 5, let the people know you are showing up by 5 and stay with 5. And over time, there'll be people who are watching you who will stay tuned every 5 to hear you. Sir, when I obeyed wisdom and began to do program by 5, people began to watch me by 5. And then those who watch it now say, I love what this man said. Offering, where can we give offering? I say, we don't have PayPal, no Facebook. Wisdom now says, I will show you how to get it. One day, wisdom just made me call a person and say, hey, how are you? That person's, at that point, wisdom start connecting you. So through wisdom, we have now PayPal and Cash App is not in Nigeria. But through wisdom, we're able to connect with relationships. Who can say, okay, I want to give. Where do I give to? Okay, give here. Give here. Set it up. Wisdom helps you set up. So if you are shown up by 5 and every 5 you're not there, then you miss an audience who has the money in their hands. There's somebody with an offering waiting for a man of God to show up at the time God has ordained them to show up. But if at that time you are still struggling with wire, you are still saying, you are still, then you keep missing out on your resources. Wisdom helps you. For example, skit making. Have you seen the issue with McAngel and the other guy? Then it's Igwe. You see the issue. It's just wisdom and foolishness. This same skit making, this same data in your hands that you are using to just browse comments, people are using it to make money. This same music you're offering the world, people are using it to make money. This same preaching you are preaching, people are using it to make money. This same thing, the ordinary thing you're doing every day, teaching, singing, dancing, comedy, laughing, whatever you call common, somebody's making money out of that common thing. Why? Because they are now being assisted by wisdom. Wisdom makes common uncommon. So there is nothing that you can't excel in if you now see what wisdom do I need to apply in this ministry. For example, in the past, someone said, okay, I want to give money. We'll give them our personal account number. And people don't like it. Okay, what do? Let's go and incorporate our ministry. So I want to give. I only want to give the ministry account, not to you. So it is wisdom that will tell you that at this level, you shouldn't be giving people personal account number. You should give them corporate company account or ministry account number. Okay, I'm a businessman. I want to write quotation. It is wisdom to tell you at this level, your business registration, I don't have money to register my company. You are saying it is wisdom that will tell you that just 15,000 naira can register a company, a business name. So when you are giving quotation, it is on a business name, and the person who you are dealing with knows that. So for you to come to this level, at least it's the seriousness. Wisdom is the sign of seriousness. And there are people with the resources, they don't have time for foolish people. When you enter big companies where money is moving, there's staff, time schedule. You don't just go there and be talking stories. They have time for you. Time in, time out. Nobody have time for gossiping and roaming about, mother, gossiping, all these things people do about. You can never attain to significance if wisdom does not teach you how to value time. Value your gifts. I'm telling you, this same data you are looking at, you are browsing people. Do you know there are those who are getting views on YouTube, and every week they are getting at least $10,000 with no prayer? With no prayer. So with no wisdom, we replace lack of wisdom for prayer. Oh God, lack of wisdom is now replaced for prayer. Yeah, God will do it. God, see me. We see prayer cannot replace wisdom. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's its own part. Ultimately, the answer to prayer is always wisdom. So the superior of it all is wisdom. That after I prayed, God gives me the wisdom or the counsel or the judgment of what to do. I can anoint your head till your head turns to skull. Poverty will remain your neighbor. I can see Jesus, Yeshua. 10 angels are here. They are moving around the building. Rise to your feet. As I talk now, come and see your seed. If you have no wisdom inside, you can't go far. I'm telling you. That's why we have prayer warriors. Pray more. Fast more. Everything has its use. But you can't use you can't use what you use your spoon for. Your spoon will help you eat, but your spoon cannot drive your car. You can't misuse use. So what your spoon is for should stay for its use. Keep prayer where prayer belongs, and understand the chief of them all is wisdom. Wisdom is a multi-purpose use. There are those who want wise companions. I'm telling you, there are those who have the resources, the estates. If you check the contact list, 1 to 10, contact list. If they have 100 contacts, no one foolish person is there. They believe that they are foolish people, foolish friends. It is you that have foolish friends here. They want to gossip with. They want to laugh with. They want to waste time for. Okay, Ishewu, that Ishewu joint. Where is it? Okay, meet me at Ishewu joint. You are the one that have them. Really wise people don't have such in store. Because why? A companion of fools will be destroyed. So if you want a ministry of distinction, you need wise companions. They may not be rich. They may not have money yet. But when they step into your world and look at the situation, say this one. Do this. That action, don't do it. They will come with rebuke, correction. They will come with truths. But you will know that this is a valuable asset to my journey. That's what you need now. That gift and purpose, with that wisdom, you will see end the mediocre. A ministry of distinction requires wisdom. A time in our ministry came on, I didn't care about sound. I didn't care about visual. I didn't care about audio. But now I'm now caring. As I walk in here, wisdom was speaking. And that's the issue about this thing. Wisdom can be a companion. As I sit down, whenever I sit down, I'm looking. When I face a problem, I'm listening to wisdom. Wisdom will tell you that thing, go and build it. That land, go and buy it. That money, go and save it. Don't spend too much. Don't eat too much. They say, when you start hearing this voice, I hear wisdom within me. This thing you're eating. You can be eating sugar, starch. You just hear your voice. The wisdom will speak. Too much carbohydrates. Wisdom can become your doctor. So even for ministry of distinction, we have ministry and we are partners in ministry. Partners. There are partners in our ministry who we give regular updates. Now, what Apostle taught me when we were building the building, I spoke with my mentor, Arthur. Arthur said, you need to do more broadcasts to keep your partners in front of you. So I was thinking, I had done one last week. I said, no, do it again. I said, sir, I don't want to do broadcast because if I show people the building, they'll start asking me for money. Because as I'm showing big picture of my building, people are saying, this man get money. I'm hungry. Send me money. So people are trying to beg me. So I say, I don't want to show them. Says, please, say, keep showing what you're doing. So I now devised a method. Shalom partners, we're building, see what we've done. We've placed this here, we've seen. You can undermine that. And you end up with just foundation. And say, where's the money coming from? There's no money coming from. That money is coming from one more broadcast, one more update. So we now start doing updates. Update. And sir, that update traveled far. Wisdom spoke on updates. So it's not that you just built or there's somebody somewhere. Nobody has all the money you need piled up. The money we need is scattered in different places. So this wisdom that will now show us how to connect with the people. If you're a rice seller, pepper seller, what will determine who dominate the scene will be who has the highest wisdom. There are pastors today who are begging because they thought offering must come from members. The new level of pastors now, they have partners outside their members. And I'm doing these people I'm ministering to, I'm praying for them. See, this program we're talking about, this program, feeding our guests, paying for that, taking care of our guests, everything we're doing. Members from here did not give up to 50,000. If we say members give money for what we are doing, if I depend on members from here, it is not insult. I'm speaking on wisdom. I'm just staying with the text to tell you how it works. So if I use the old model, the old pastoral method of, okay, see our church, we want to do program. I want members, look at support. It's our program. We are the family. You know, it's a work of God. Give. We are waiting for you. When will you give your pledge? Follow up. I should give. You die of stroke. Before you know, you just get wearied. But you know what? The new method, build partners beyond the members. So somebody sent me a message from Cyprus. So let me shock you. Let me shock you. There are big guys online who watch me. You see them, you see their programs. You think they are so big, but they will inbox me and say, we're having this, can you help us? And I ask, but you don't know me. We want to buy a lamp because they're seeing what we're doing. So they're thinking, I said, but do you have a congregation in your church? I said, you can't ask somebody external to fund a project. Project can be is funded by those you have impacted or partners you have built. You don't ask a stranger to fund a building project of your church. So what are you doing? See what we're dealing with. So key is this. Wisdom tells you build partners. So your primary needs as a minister in song is your partners. Nobody must know Pastor Dave is broke. Nobody must know Pastor Dave needs a recharge card. Your partners are those who know if Pastor Dave should only share his need for one cup of Gary with us. We'll take care of it. Because why? You are too big for people to hear you are in need. If I come and say, hey, today they are pursuing my child because we can't pay school fees, people will say, how can it be? With all this big thing, he has money. How can it be? Are there questions? Okay, so I believe I'm thanking the Most High that appears that it is well received. It is well received. Okay.
Choose wisdom in person. What are the steps take to give up that wisdom? It's always what steps and rudiments that you use something.
I was in Oshodi one time. Oshodi. I was driving in Oshodi, and wisdom said, turn left. Turn left. I turned right. So I turned right, I missed my way. When I missed my way, I now had issue with last man. Had issues last man. Before the issue came, wisdom said turn left. While I was with last man, I wasn't angry. I just was saying, wisdom. I asked a question. I said, wisdom, why is your voice so low in my heart? I said, why is your voice so low? I said, wisdom, why? Because wisdom has been following me all my life, like you all. But the challenge for me was the voice of wisdom was not loud. And that's the issue there. Wisdom's voice is not loud. Why is your voice so? Why is your voice so low? And even till date, I'm not saying I'm a perfected following wisdom, but I'm always aware that I have wisdom's voice in my heart. And a lot of times when I've made the mistakes, I now say, oh, wisdom told me. I knew wisdom told me. So wisdom told me, but why is your voice so low in my heart? And there are other things I've done correctly. I've heard it, like what we're doing here, do this program, sometimes fixing the program, who to invite and what to do, connections with partners, who to meet, how to meet them, where to go, how to solve some problems. I've heard wisdom, privilege to hear wisdom, and I solved. So everything I've solved was not my intelligence. I solved those ones, but some way, somehow, the voice came loud. So the key is this. The danger with those who teach wisdom is they teach wisdom from techniques. The true spirit of wisdom is not gained outside that one component, the fear of Jehovah. So I hope I can do a teaching on the fear of Jehovah. In the fear of Jehovah, the first thing you meet is brokenness. Brokenness. When you begin to walk with wisdom hates arrogance. Wisdom hates loud mouths. Fighting noise. There are people like that who are noisy, arrogant, impatient. Once you're that way, you're not broken. Wisdom can't walk with you. Wisdom will abandon you to foolishness. Have you seen foolish men, foolish women? So wisdom begins to walk with you when you are broken. That brokenness as you become broken, and then brokenness start teaching you humility, and humility is a whole course. So in the school of brokenness, because wisdom is a whole school, because it's all about the fear of Jehovah. In the whole fear of Jehovah, it's a whole course. Brokenness. In brokenness is humility. You start learning to serve and to follow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we began. We carry bag. We followed. I served with Bishop Adeniyon, the librarian to Awolowo. We'll come, clean chair, carry bag. This man is wise. Let me stay with him. Let me serve with him. So, to increase wisdom's voice is to be broken first. That brokenness is what will now make you able to accept correction, because wisdom will take you down every need for correction. Wisdom will start correcting you and bring people to your life that will speak correction to you. And then if you respond with arrogance, don't talk to me, I know myself, nobody talk to me, this is not the kind of church I want to be. Nobody, me, I'm a boss of my own. If you're that way, bye-bye to foolishness. Are you hearing me? So you see the wisdom. Wisdom now comes with brokenness. And with brokenness now comes humility. Are you hearing me? Humility. And so when you start working with humility, you now get one gift. The gift of humility is divine counsel. Divine counsel. Divine counsel. Okay. It won't work. You may go to sleep. You've made the whole plan. You just say, let me sleep. In a sleep, counsel comes. Direction comes. And you who is humble, you start doing big, great things. That's why you see, if a greatness is from God, it is built on humility. If a true greatness comes from God, it is founded on humility. If a true greatness comes from God, you won't need to buy Gucci, buy look powerful, look wonderful, exalt yourself. You'll just be humble, but those who are around you cannot detect that they can't catch up with you. One in whose lashes of his sandals I can't untie. That's what John said about Yeshua. That means he's supreme wisdom. So you come to the point whereby brokenness and humility and surrendering, because all of these things are in the fear of Jehovah, surrendering, daily yielding, daily weeping. If you've read a book by Tony Tenney, the man Tony Tenney, I recommend the book Tony Tenney. Tony Tenney spoke about brokenness, weeping. And if you see this component of wisdom in people, wisdom makes you weep. You say wisdom makes you weep over sin. Wisdom makes you weep over, it's to hate evil. It is to hate. And to hate, you can't hate without an emotion of weeping, of brokenness. Because evil makes you proud. Evil makes you arrogant. Evil makes you thick. So wisdom makes you gentle. That's what we read in James. First, gentle, peaceable, approachable. All of these components of James mentioned are all things you find in broken people. Broken. You're so broken. You are so broken that as you begin to live your life, that voice start coming. Turn left, turn right, go south, touch that man, meet that woman. I have this person. God starts sending you an appointment and appointing men to find you. Because why? You have now attained to sound wisdom. And men start saying, I can work with you. That's what happened. There are people right now say, I want to work with you. I want to come to Nigeria. You are the only person God said we should deal with. So how is now God now start recommending me? And I start having God's recommendation. Because why? The recommendation is now coming. And this is how it takes you from obscurity. Suddenly, nobody knows about you. You are just nobody. You are broke, but you are just there. You have been broken. You have been humbled. You have surrendered. Then, before long, God starts making an appointment with you, and then telling you how to meet people, how they can meet you, and how they can visit you. Some will tell you, "I want you to come to America. How much your ticket costs? We'll pay for it. What do you need?" They'll start taking care of all of your need. Why? There's now something in you that money can't buy, that the world now needs. And that's what he was saying. And for me, I believe for me, the next 3 years, the nations, the Lord is giving to me the nations because of this same thing I'm sharing with us. It's not a mystery. It's not as if when it happened, oh, no, it's just principles we followed. Wisdom principles. Praise Jehovah. Another question? Any question? Yeah, praise Jehovah. Father, we thank you for the time, the season we are in. Are there refreshments? I think we have a wine to break. For me, it's okay, yeah. So, Father, let's rise to our feet as we go. Let's rise to our feet. Do you have sound for the keyboard? Keyboard sound. That's why I keep asking him to sing Draw Me Nearer. Before I ask him to come, I've been singing Draw Me Nearer in my vehicle. I've been singing your song. Draw me nearer, just draw me nearer. How near? I don't know. Just keep drawing me. How near is the nearer? Just keep drawing me. Brokenness. Break me, break me, break me, break me. Is the keyboard on? Sir, please. Draw me nearer. Draw me nearer. I was praying for Brother Dave this morning. I said, Lord, preserve him. Say, Lord, preserve him. Preserve. So all he needs is preservation. That everything he needs for the next level is in him. God has put upon him an anointing. And all he needs is preservation from harm. Because in the next few seasons of his life, nations will open, influence will come. So all he needs is preservation from harm. There are people you just meet, like Apostle Andrew and Apostle Yama, you just meet them. So I preserve them. Because why? These are gifts. These are people who are endowments. All they need is for us to pray for their preservation. Hallelujah. Draw me nearer.
walk in the path of wisdom. But this is the wisdom of God. Strange wisdom. Uncommon wisdom. I will make you subdue your enemies. So wisdom will take you far. Unstoppable. I want to share your word for the honor and the grace that you need to be able to. Now, I want to ask honor, and I'm so blessed that I have this privilege to have my father here with us today. It's great that honor him, honor my father. The Lord said to me, said, the dedication season is a season of honor. He says, those who honor will define the next season of life. And it's a privilege. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my heart. Your sacrifice, your labor, your work, your efforts. There's nothing you desire on earth that I can't give to you. There's nothing. And from this point, I will feel. Also for Reverend Apostle, I have to say up. So when you are taking to call, when you come to this place, I was checking my account balance. I said, tell you to us. Yeah, but I almost said, we will music, we will read music. We will music. Come on, sing it. The voice. I said, I don't know if I'm not waiting. I don't want to go and sing one point. I don't want to go and sing one point. You can see the connection of Yeshua. You can see this. I didn't call you back. No. I'll be everything my accounts. I will everything. Everyone was not be like that, but Dave, Yama, was what I give to you, I will give it all. I will give it all. Honor is a component of wisdom. Honor. Praise the Lord. So tomorrow I'll be giving Apostle Andrew. I'll share some word. Now he's a prophet. When the prophet comes to you, he will tell you the future, he will give you your life. I'm so sad. I'll be sending the word and then tomorrow Shabbat. Let the prophet enter you and minister, establish this work. The next time you hear about history, you'll be all scared. Pour out your hearts. And don't go anything back. But divine connection is built on honor. I want to thank God. Please, if you will miss any Shabbat, miss tomorrow Shabbat. Don't miss tomorrow Shabbat. Don't miss. Be massive. I must assure you, you are where you need to be. You are where you need to be. Praise God. You can be offering constant. Announce blessings upon your heads. As we leave that offering, I pray that the Lord will accept it. May it is sanctified, acceptable unto your God. In Yeshua's name. You will never laugh after the son of the king. This offering was given in honor, in reverence, in wisdom. May your God respond to this offering and continue you to the reverence of that wisdom. In Yeshua's name. Tomorrow service start at 9. Tomorrow service start at 9. Please don't come late. Please don't come late. Start at 9. Please invite your neighbors for tomorrow Shabbat. It will be a blessing. It will be a mass blessing. It's 9 a.m. The Shabbat service will start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Invite your neighbors to pray with enemies. Tell them great men of God at the house. It will be an experience in the Lord. Thank you, Father. Rest your belief to rest for them and bless you. Need to rest for them. I pray for you. Is there an announcement? Yeah, so tomorrow is the last day of the dedication week. Then on Sunday, you have a week. On Sunday, we will have a video here on Sunday evening. Jamal will be taking us to that video. God has given you prayer. Take prayer. Close prayer. Amen. Jamal will be at 9 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah. Cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Jehovah lift up his countenance and give you peace. In all you put your hands upon to do from today. May Jehovah give you uncommon wisdom for uncommon breakthroughs. Just like wisdom, the man's life is extended. The wisdom you need to extend your mission, your ministry, your spirit, your work. Let that wisdom rest upon you now. In Yeshua's name. So shall it be. In Yeshua's mighty name. Amen. Please fight everyone. Shalom.